It's been 2 days since the game. I've been at work all weekend. I'm pretty tired. I don't have a chance to do YouTube in that time because I'm resting or I'm just trying to catch up on my sleep. But this is better late than it being too late and not doing it at all. It finished Burnley 1, West Ham United 2 at Turf Moor. West Ham wins back-to-back Premier League games in what was the ultimate smash and grab game, if you ask me. Because bar those last 5 minutes or so, West Ham was awful. They was awful. And, well, those 2 goals came out of nothing, really. I wasn't expecting it, but we got the win. And rightly so, because it would have been embarrassing if we hadn't got those 3 points. It would have been absolutely dreadful. And I mean that. It would not have been good whatsoever. We would have been in serious trouble. And we would have been embarrassing ourselves. Burnley hasn't won a game at home all season, and that is continuing because of this result. Burnley fans said post-game that their team cannot keep a lead, even when it plays well. I think that was quite obvious to see. West Ham won the game in the fashion that it did, and got 3 points in the end, but most of those players didn't play well enough, in my opinion. Start off with the team lineups. Jarrod Bowen didn't pass the late fitness test, so Danny Ings had to start up top. Kudus was on the right wing. Areola, Sofel, Emerson's the fullbacks. Zuma and Aged central defenders. James Ward-Prowse and Alvarez in the middle. Paquetá left midfielder. Souček looking like he was playing the 10 role. Like a false 10. Weird kind of thing to have, really. Kudus, as I say, winger. Ings a striker. Yeah. Not happy with that last one, but is what it is. You do you, Moyes. The start of the game was very jaded. I felt like the passing was very off, but again, and Paquetá did try to pass the ball a long way too often. They're trying these long hoof balls diagonally, and it just wasn't the right thing to do. Kudus tried to dribble a bit. Areola pulled out a good save to deny Burnley, but it wasn't convincing enough. I wasn't thinking that we would win based on that first half performance. We didn't look good enough. Fans were starting to call for Mabama. They were saying, where's Divine Mabama at? Because Danny Ings ain't good doing it. He barely touches the flipping ball when he comes in. We're not here to discuss who's to blame for that transfer or to blame the people responsible for making him a poor player for us anyway. We're not about that right now. The point is, he's not a West Ham player and shouldn't play anymore. Kudus was doing all the right things on the wing, but he needed to do that in the middle. So we needed to get him as like the 10 and then put someone like Cornet on the wing. You know, Cornet's that guy who we signed and doesn't play at all. Yeah. You know, where is he? Where is he, David Moyes? Doesn't even get a chance or even get a sniff these days in the team, for that matter of fact. We've got a habit of conceding very early on in the second half. It's usually within the first 5 to 9 minutes, in my opinion. We did the same here. We gave a penalty away. Kudus committed a foul. Penalty was given. Rodriguez scored for it to be 1-0. Paquetá struck a shot over the bar and there was only a sliver of hope. I'm reading my notes right now on the game. I don't really have anything for the second half because it was just so drab. It really was. But on the 60th minute, David Moyes had a brainwave and decided to play Mabama and Benrahma. He put them on in place of Alvarez and Ings. And Alvarez kind of had a bit of a shoddy game. He came off and then we went a bit more attacking. Couldn't believe it. He put a young player on. And at 86 minutes, that faith looked like it had been repaid because Mabama appeared to get his first goal for West Ham. Kudus with the low cross. Mabama's moving into the box. He gets his head on it, bounces it down into the net. It was later given as an own goal by Dara O'Shea, which is an absolute killer for Mabama. His first European goal was ruled an own goal. His first Premier League goal was ruled an own goal. It'll come for him, but cheapers, man. I felt bad for him. I did, actually. I think Mabama deserved that. And he celebrated by doing this. I think he said something along the lines of about effing time as well when he scored. That came out of nothing really, but it was 1-1. We looked like we're going to avoid the upset. Then in stoppage time, West Ham gets a corner. Ward-Prowse takes it. It's cleared away. Ward-Prowse then wings it back. Gets it to Kudus. He stops stationary. Crosses it in left foot. And Souček with a side scissor kick at the near post to fire it into the net. James Trafford wasn't stopping this. And he seemed very awkward when he was getting onto the balls and trying to dive. Jay Rodriguez was at fault, actually, for the second goal because he was not goal side of Souček. I know that Rodriguez is a striker, but he could have at least put his body in the way to try and block that ball. He didn't do so. And it was 2-1 to West Ham. Souček with his spinning celebration. I'm on a wheelie chair, so I guess I can do it. Like that. Which he says is to represent the chains that he's been freed from. So got the Soukopter now. Celebration. That's what West Ham Central called it, the Soukopter. I think I like it. But then again, I don't. Anyway, 2-1 West Ham. Got the win. The ultimate smash and grab game, as I say. And the 3 points is all that matters. We got Crystal Palace after the game in Serbia. And for that one, apparently Eze and Doucouré are not going to be playing. That seems a lot easier because Palace causes some issues as well. We get that. It's 3 wins in a row. If you look at it this way, if my maths is correct at the time of recording this, we can't get out of the top 10 even if we lose to Palace. We're on 20 points now, so we're halfway to that all-important 40-point mark. And we're well within a shout to get Europe again. It's a win that means a lot, and I'm really happy with it. So, win's a win.